Throughout these parts of Arizona, reminders are everywhere. Some makeshift and temporary, some will stand for as long as nature will allow it. In Yarnell, the small town made famous by the tragic fire of 2013 that took the lives of 19 wildland firefighters. A tranquil quiet is broken only by an occasional car and the steady breeze. The Yarnell 19 are everywhere, and yet they are nowhere. In Chino Valley, a town of 10,000 just north of Prescott, an empty high school ball field holds a simple memorial to Wade Parker. Here, he energized a community with his competitive drive, and soon he'll do that again, if only in spirit. Like the rest of the Granite Mountain Hot Shots, Wade Parker has been called a hero. His own hero was his dad. They would spend countless hours together hunting with a bow made by a father for his son, and perhaps just as many with a ball and a bat.
When Wade was born, I spent a lot of time with him, and so we would be at the house, and he was 3 or 4 years old, and I'd sit down to watch a baseball game, and he would watch a baseball game all the way through the 9th inning, and after the game was over, we would go out on the front porch, and I would pitch those big plastic balls to him with his big bat, and he would hit the ball. We'd play that. We'd do that for hours.
We lived at the ballpark, and he liked me being at his baseball games, and I said, "Did I embarrass you, Wade?" And he'd say, "No, Mom, I like to hear your voice cheering." But one time when he was in Little League, I was sitting there and I was getting all nervous, and I'm like, "Just relax." And I kept going on, and finally from the mound, he looked at me, he goes, "Mom, shh," like that.
He topped it off in his last year in the majors in Little League with a grand slam home run in the championship game to win the game. And he cried when that happened. And when I asked him why he was crying, he said, "Dad, the odds of something like that ever happening and ever happening again are slim and none."
Wade played shortstop in high school, then a season for Lamar Community College before returning home to become a firefighter, just like his dad.
His goal in life was to get married and raise a family, and he thought the sooner he became a fireman, the sooner he could do that. And so he was ready coming out the gate.
On one hand, I was proud of him because it wasn't like he was just quitting to go do, something silly. He had a goal, so I understood that. But at the same time, I was devastated because I knew how much he loved it and had put so much effort into it. And so I didn't watch baseball probably for 2 years. So I just couldn't do it. I would just cry.
A fitting award for a former ball player, Wade was named the Granite Mountain Hot Shots Rookie of the Year in 2012. A year later, shockingly, he was gone, forever tied to the Yarnell 19.
The 19 to me, I know they're heroes to everyone, but the 19 to me are 19 wonderful men that loved each other and had fun and worked hard.
Less than a week after his passing, the community honored Wade in the most appropriate of ways.
Baseball was such a big part of our lives, and the guys that put that together were people that Wade had played ball with in high school, and I think they felt that we needed something that wasn't as heavy as all the stuff that was going on, and we were extremely exhausted and very weary and very nervous, frankly, to go down there and be around all those people.
Number 19, Danny Parker.
It turned out to be a very amazing day. I can tell you that as hurting as I was, the minute I stepped out on that grass, I knew it was going to be okay. My son was next to me in the outfield, and so was both of my nephews. So we had an all-Parker outfield that day.
Wade's favorite team was the Boston Red Sox, and on the night of October 30th, his family gathered as the famously bearded Red Sox neared a World Series championship.
I was off in the corner sitting in a chair by myself watching the game very intently, but I was relaxed because I just, deep down, I knew that it was destiny. When they brought in their closer wearing number 19, when he threw the last pitch in the last swing of the game and they'd won the World Series, it was on Wade's birthday.
I'll never forget We were so excited when they won that game. We were just all crying. It was such an amazing thing to us. It was overwhelming. It was a lot of fun. It made the day really a lot more fun.
Knowing Wade and how excited he got whenever he won, you know, whenever the teams he was playing on won, I could see him jumping up and down and being very excited. And probably saying, "I told you, Dad," because he never gave up on him.
Some wounds heal and some never go away. The blackened hillside above Yarnell will grow again. The scar left in the Parker family is permanent, made palatable by their faith and Wade's legacy, a scholarship in his name that will help send a future firefighter to college. A year after his passing, they once again played on Wade's old field. Symbolically, there was no shortstop. He was nowhere. And yet Wade Parker was everywhere.